Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at United Health, and I will cover the larger time frame quickly. And yeah, we are tracking two scenarios, mainly the green scenario in which we had a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then within the third wave we had another 1 up and a 2 and the third wave complete, and we are now tracking the fourth wave to the downside, which could still be ongoing. If we break below the 50% Fibonacci retracement here, I will start considering the yellow scenario, since the green scenario will be invalidated, but until such a thing happens, I still highly prefer the green scenario for this chart. Now, going into the shorter time frame, we are still tracking the same counts from the previous videos, and in the mid-term time frame, or rather from this third wave top, we have formed 3 waves down so far, and that could either be in orange an A, B, C, in which we could either have the wave 4 in green complete, allowing for direct upside to new all-time highs, or we could have formed the A wave in orange and then a wave B up that should follow, with a C wave to finish the fourth wave to the downside in this case. Now, we don't know if this fourth wave is actually complete, and we are tracking the levels that would give us more of such information. And then we also have the white count, in which we formed a 1, a 2, a third wave to the downside, and we are now tracking the fourth wave in white before we follow through with the fifth wave in a larger A wave within the larger fourth wave. So in both white and orange scenarios, we are looking for a B wave to the upside, but in the white scenario only after we form a new low, and that low could have already started. So with the latest move here, that could be an overshooting wave B here in white, we could have actually finished the fourth wave and started the fifth wave to the downside. But that is not necessarily preferred. This would not be a nicely looking wave 4, and I would highly prefer a new high before I would say this wave 4 could be complete. Now, in the previous video, I provided you with this yellow support zone, and we probably were around the 61.8% retracement, and although highly improbable and at best a diagonal, we had this wave 2 to the downside in yellow that we were tracking, and yeah, the support zone broke. It's not a big surprise for me. Maybe it might be a bit of a surprise of how quickly it broke, how direct of a movement we had to the downside, the reaction, we didn't get much of a retracement, just a bit here before we actually broke it directly. But the wave 2 is not yet formally invalidated. For that, we would need to break below the start of wave 1. And that has not happened yet. Now, of course, the support zone, even though it did provide some support in a couple of places, so you see how even when it doesn't follow the count necessarily, the support zones still matter. The Fibonacci retracement support zones always, or mostly always, if they are within a possible or probable count, they will often provide some support. And why is that? Well, look how it usually also lines up with price action levels. And here we have the 61.8% retracement, where we had a bunch of wicks to the downside that got rejected and formed a correction before we moved lower. The same way goes for the 78.6% retracement, where we had some levels here that provided support, as well as here and earlier, of course. Now, I will remove this support zone from the chart. I also want to point out how the trend line still is relevant, and yeah, oftentimes when we have such trend lines in triangles, even though it broke to the upside and it fell back down, it fell back within the range, and yeah, in this move that we are now tracking to the downside in wave C, in which we might have formed a wave 1 already in white. Let me make that white. We probably now have started the wave 2, and yeah, we might resume the continuation of this range since we failed to break below it actually twice. But I still expect to see more direct downside. While the yellow count is not invalidated, I still prefer, whoops, I meant to take the wave 2. I still prefer the white scenario, in which we go and complete a wave C within the larger wave B that would then allow us to finish the larger wave C within the fourth wave. So these are the levels I'm tracking. I am expecting continuation in this area, as I just said, but overall I still see the price going into the larger white support zone between $293.4 down to $263.6. So these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye bye.